So guys, we are here, to teach you how to make this. Let's draft pattern for the bag that you are seeing on the screen. Of our video, we are live now, so we want to show you how you are going to print the pattern for the bag. You know, someone have been asking me. One of my followers have been asking me, how did you draft out the pattern for the bag? And this is the material that I'm using pattern drafting this day. So let's go ahead and draft out the pattern, the front, the back, the round body, the flap, that also the handle. So we're going to use this to draft out first of all the back and the front, then the round body for the bag and the flap. Then on the handle of the bag, what we're going to use is the the macro, as our people usually call it, the macro. That is what we're going to use. All these are the material that I'm going to use. This I'll use this as a curve. I'll use the ruler to draft the straight line, the scissors to cut, then the pen, and this fiber that I'm going to use. We usually call this fiber. So let's go ahead and draft out the pattern for the bag now. So the measurement that we're going to use, the measurement we are going to use on the bag, this is the dry season and all this have been uh, turning itself. So the measurement that we're going to use on the pattern that we're going to use now is we're going to use that's 8 by, sorry, not this one, that's 8 by 5 inch. We're going to use 8 by 5 inch for the main body of the bag. So let's go ahead and do the measurement. I'm just looking for the side that have a straight line. Okay, now, so I told you that's 8 by 5 inch is the pattern for the bag. From this 8 by 5 inch, now we're going to draft both the round body. After drafting out this, then we're going to draft out the round body and the flap of the bag. Remember, any bag that we are making, the front and the back side of the bag determines the round body and the flap that we're going to use. So let's go ahead and first of all measure out 8 by 5 inch. So I'll be using my tape to measure it out. Then I'll use my ruler to draft out the straight line. So the measurement I'm using here is 8 by 5 inch. Remember that. You can use a 7 by 5 inch. Just once you pay attention on this, you can use a 5 by 8 inch. Like, let me show you this one that I'm doing now. Look at this. This is the smaller one. That's a 7 by 5 inch. Is this? I've not finished doing this one. So, but this one that I'm doing now is a 8 by 5 inch. You can also do 5 by 4 inch. Just once you pay attention on the pattern of this one, you can go ahead and do that by yourself. Okay. So then this one is a 5 inch. I don't like making my bag to be more longer or that. I like making to be shorter so that it will look nice. So that's why I'm using a 5 inch. Some people usually use 6. The main maximum length of handbag, all the small handbag, stops at 6. Well, if you use something like 7, it will be more longer. You can use 6, then you reduce to 5 or 4. But once it's a seat 6, it might not be that kind okay or good or beautiful again. So let me just say, draw a straight line on this one now. So this is the straight line here. Please pay more attention on this one that I'm doing. Once you can get this, you are good to go on a cotton drafting for this particular bag now. Okay. So once this is the front side, let me just use this one as the front side for the bag. Then after this, I will now measure out 1 inch from the upper side of the bag. So this is 1 inch from the upper side of the bag. Then I'll come this side also. I will measure 1 inch also here. So this is 1 and this is 1. But remember, you can reduce this to ½ inch if you don't want this bag to be more, shape of a triangular small from the upper side. You can make it to be ½ inch here, like some other handbags. We usually use a 4 ½ inch on the upper side of this, but I just want to use this one as a 1 inch. Then I'm using this to make a curve on this downside. I want to make the curve first, then before I will now draw a straight line here. So that's why I'm using the cover of this. Let me just open it out. Sorry, I'm not using anything here. This is just a zip that I'm using, the fancy zip for the baby, like lunch bag and other things. So I'll keep this side aside. Okay, so now I will now draw a curve. You can use any other thing, but I usually use this big one because I want the curve to be more curved very well. So that's why I'm using this. So I'm curving it this way now. So it is this way. Then I will now use my pen. I will stop at this place that's where the curve stopped. So this is how I will now use this one. I will now draw a straight line from here and come here this way. And you see how it looks like now. Then you use your hand and curve it very well here. Then coming to this side, I will do the same thing here. Then I'll curve it very well here also. Then after covering it now, I'll now use my pen, my ruler, and draw a straight line here. Then I'll curve it by myself with my hand very, very well here. Then I'll look at it to know whether the shape is okay. If the shape is okay for me, I will go ahead and cut it out again. So what I will do now is to cut it out from here. So I'll cut this. Then I'll cut the side also. So I will shape it very well with my hand to make sure that they are in a straight line. They're on a straight line with other ones. Then after that, I will now cut this side out. Then before covering this side, I will now place this one here this way to make sure that they are equal. If they are not equal, I will still use my pen and shape it very well. Sometimes while using your hand to draw some certain ones, you might be, reshaping it after doing it this way. So that's why I'm just shaping it out this way. So I'll cut it this way. I will use my pen and redraw it again before I'll cut it out. So this is how it will be. And you see, so seeing it this way now, I'm just seeing the bag that is still so long for me. I can just even cut it to make it 4 inch so that it will be more shorter and more beautiful. So like seeing it this way now, it seems that it is somehow longer, as in the height is too much for me. After making it now, it might be that too high. So what I will do is just to you know reduce it. But for your sake, I will not reduce it. But if I'm doing another one, I can go ahead and reduce it out. So what I will do next is to place it on top of this one. Then I'll use it to cut the other one. I will not draw the other one. The reason why I will not draw that one differently is just to make sure that the back is equal. So I will now curve it this way again. Then after that, I'll cut the side out. After cutting all these things, I'll add foam on the back. That's on this fiber that I'm using. The reason why I usually add foam on my back is to make the back to be more softer, and while touching the back, it will be very nice and soft. So that's why I usually use foam on some of the back, most of them also. So that's how I usually do my own. So I'll now cut it this way. Please pay attention on the flap of the back, the way you are going to cut the flap of those back. Okay. So after this now, I will make the flap of the back to go just straight this way. I will not make it to cover all the side. I want to make it to just go straight from the upper side. It will just cover the upper side and come down this way. How will I do it now? What I will do is just to measure out this upper side here. I will measure it out this way. I will measure here from here to this side to get the measurements of this. This is 6 inch. This is 6 inch. That will be for the flap or the back. Then I will think, how will I get the upper side? That's the one that will cover the let's say that this is the back side of the bag. Okay, let's say that this is the back and this one is the front. Okay, so this is the front and this is the back. On the back side of the bag, the flap comes something like here, and at the front of the bag, the flap comes something like here, or it will go up, or it will come back based on what you want or what you need on the flap of the bag. How you want the flap of the bag to cover your bag? Do you want it to cover to the end? Do you want to come at the middle? Do you want it to come at the upper side? But sometimes when the flap of the back moved up very well, it will not be so beautiful. Usually like to be at least at the half of the back. How will you do it now? Okay, because this is a 5 inch, we will say that the flap of the back will be, we'll say that the flap of this bag, will be at the front of the bag.